Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, a lot of thanks, thankful to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala that gave us this occasion to us to meet for looking my presentation, my thesis, and all greetings, the best greetings to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They're bringing the shine after the dark before. The first I want to say a lot of thanks to all examiner that has spending the time today for looking and scoring my thesis. I want to say a lot of thanks too to my mentor, Mr. Agung Darmawan, MM PhD, and Mr. Edo Suryawan Siregar, SA MBA. They give me a lot of advice for the thesis comes better. In this occasion, I would like to present my thesis entitled The Impact of R&D Expenditure on Firm Performance in Primary Consumer Goods Non-Cyclicals that listed in May 2013 till 2017 period. Okay, let's start with the background of this research. There is three background that my company will spend their money for R&D. The first for innovation technology, the second innovation the product, and the last for innovation the process of working system. According to Sugiono, he said research and development methods used to produce certain products and test the effectiveness of the products. But from the three background that I have mentioned, it's all for the one goal, that is raising the profit. Next, this research want to know about the R&D expenditure impact to firm performance in primary consumer goods company and size, leverage, growth as a variable control. Has impact to firm performance or not? Hopefully, this research is useful for a company and the people that wanna invest his money to the company. In this research, the creator, myself used two theory. Those are signal theory and research-based view theory. And then I have listing 17 presenting journal. The 8 journal results are negative and 9 journal have positive result. So the hypothesis of this research is R&D expenditure will impact firm performance in primary consumer good non-cyclicals company that listed in May on 2013 till 2017 period. Let's go into chapter 3. I use annual report of company that has audited as my data, and then use associative method and reach annual report data in by website or company website. There are three criteria of sample that research use. The first, the company by the category primary consumer goods non-cyclicals that listed in May. The second, listing annual report during 2013 till 2017 completely without minus one of that period. The last, annual report must listed completely and audited, and R&D must include it on there. I will show the result by the diagram, table, graphic, and conclusion. For the example, the statistic descriptive for the example will show table and some diagram, and then there is conclusion from the diagram. Model analysis is multiple linear regression, and using regression data, panel data, the combine of data, cross-section, and time series. Okay, let's see the result of data that has counting by some software I use, like EFIS and SPSS. The first we're going to statistic descriptive. You can look at table 4.1. We see the maximum spend of R&D is 115 billion rupiah that spent by Bentul International Investama in 2016. This amount rise from before year. They only spent 35 billion rupiah. It's mean the amount rise more than triple from 2015 value. Asta Agro is a company with the minimum spend on R&D in 2016. They only spent 392 million rupiah. That amount decreased significantly from 2015. They spent 2.2 billion rupiah. If we counting the average of the 7 company in 2015 till 2017, the average amount of R&D spend is decreased every year. You could see the diagram. In the next, firm performance. They use Tobinski as a proxy, show that the standard deviation is bigger than average value. It means the high of variability Tobinski ratio. Unilever listed a company with biggest Tobinski value. It's not surprising because Unilever, as one of blue chip company, have high stock price, and many stock that Unilever sell about 7.6 billion stock. The minimum value of Tobinski is Bentul International Investama that reached value 0.5593. During 2013 till 2017, they never reached 1,000 rupiah on their price stock. Table 4.3 show the average value of Tobinski is volatile. As shown in the table, the value decreased on 2016 and bounced in 2017. Next, size variable. The variability is low because the average value is lower than standard deviation. The maximum value listed by HM Sampurna in 2017. Sampurna listed their asset about 43 trillion rupiah. This company asset always rise from 2013. And then minimum value by Wismilak INPRIMARY asset about 1.2 trillion rupiah in 2017 too. The last, average of size variable from 7 company always rise from 2015 till 17. In growth variable, the value of standard deviation is bigger than mean or average. It's mean highly variability of growth variable. Maximum variable growth reached by Bentul International Investama that listed growing until 613 million rupiah in 2017. Account receivable and increase of property value are two of some factors that Bentul has grown. Wismilak INPRIMARY is a company with minimum growth value. Wismilak asset decreased more than 100 billion rupiah in 2017. Next, leverage by there as a proxy has standard deviation more than mean value. Its mean variability of their variable is high. Unilever is the company that have bigger there in 2017. Their debt equity ratio, they listed the rise of there from 2016 about 9.5% or more than 1.6 trillion rupiah. Bentul listed as a company with minimum their value in 2013, but Bentul raised the debt equity ratio value in 2016 and 2017. In 2015, they listed value minus 5.02. But Bentul raised their value in 2016 and 2017. In 2015, they listed minus 5.02. Let's go in table 4.7. Show the average of their value from 2015 to 2016. Their value rise significant from 0.8567 in 2016 and 0.1157 in 2015. In 2017, rise too, but not significant. Going to last variable, ROA, return on asset. Actually, this variable could be as a proxy of firm performance. But this research, I try to use ROA as a variable independent. Is ROA impact to R&D? I will make a conclusion later at the end of the presentation. In statistic descriptive, variability of ROA is high. It shows from result from standard deviation they higher than mean value. Maximum return on asset value reached by Unilever in 2013 with value 0.423. The minimum value is minus 0.223 in 2014 by Bentul listed. Bentul listed minus value of ROA from 2014 till 2017. The best ROA value that Bentul has reached only at minus 3.4%. Next, we go in the test. Many the tests here. The first one is chow test. This is test to try which model that best for this research between common effect and fixed effect. The p-value show probability is 0.0000, that lower than 0.05. From this result, common effect couldn't be best model. So this test have to continue to Hausman to decide between fixed effect or random effect. The Hausman test show probability value is 0.9547, higher than 0.05. So the best model for regression is random effect, but this result have to continue to Lagrangian multiplier test. This test to decide common effect or random effect. We can see in the table the result. Value probability of Brisbagan is 0.000, that lower from 0.05. Its mean hypothesis nil accepted, and random effect as a best model for data panel regression. Before we going to hypothesis test, we're gonna see matrix correlation test. This test is to know value of relation between variable. The interval value is -1 to 1. We can see the result show there's no variable value more than 1 or -1. Its mean correlation between the variable is positive. The next, going to coefficient of determination first before hypothesis test. Table 4.7, so I adjusted square 0.705 or 70.5%. Its mean all variables have solid correlation and could explain the impact of variable independent. Of variable dependent. The last is hypothesis test by statistic test with SPSS software. According to significant value, only ROA they have impact to R&D. At the time, result of this research is R&D expenditure is not impact to firm performance in primary consumer goods non-cyclicals company that listed in Bay 2013 till 2017. Also, all variable control have negative relation to firm performance. The last, if someone wanna make research like this, or with another industry category but similar like this research, I suggest that creator could use another variable. One of them is ROA, like I use, or make ROA as a proxy for firm performance. The last research about R&D could be continued because someday later, in Indonesia especially, the result maybe will be different. In Indonesia, journal or research like this minimally. Most of the research show the negative correlation, but some of research, especially latest year journal, some of them show the result has positive. Okay, maybe just that all. I know this research have lack, maybe many lack, so I hopefully the examiner could be scoring and giving me many advice for the better this thesis. And also I hope this result would get positive response by the examiner, by the people that read this research before later. Sorry. Thank you very much. May Allah protect all of us, especially in this pandemic, and we could meet again in another time. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.